The Emmys are just around the corner, and the new sci-fi drama series Severance has gathered 14 nominations across 12 categories. That's a pretty good achievement, considering the show's only had one season so far. Nominations aside, a first-time nomination for lead actor Adam Scott, who's usually been in television series and movies that were overlooked by award shows. In this video, we'll be talking about Severance, the cast, and the nominations. First, let's give you a rundown about the show. Earlier this year, Apple TV released a series that's been in production for a very long time. Dan Erickson teamed up with directors Ben Stiller and Aoife McCardle to give us 9 episodes of pure adrenaline. Adam Scott, who plays Mark Scout, is an employee at Lumon Industries, where he's a head of microdata refinement. The only condition to work there is that your memories from work are completely separate from your personal life. The series then flawlessly follows Mark's life, whose personality is divided into two: work and home. What Lumon does remains to be a mystery that is yet to be solved. The plot thickens when a new employee, Helly, played by Britt Lauer, desperately wants to leave the Any world, only to find out that her outie doesn't want that to happen under any circumstances. Fast forward to the season finale that had all of us on the edge of our seats. Spoiler warning, Mark's Innie finds out his deceased wife is, in fact, alive, and he has been working alongside her this entire time. Okay, that didn't really make sense, but those who have seen it are reliving that exact moment and getting chills all over their body again. Other notable cast members include John Turturro, Zach Cherry, Christopher Walken, and Patricia Arquette. The directors did a tremendous job in making this a worthwhile experience. Next, the Emmy nominations. The thrilling sci-fi drama earned a total of 14 nominations, covering most of the cast and crew in 12 categories. Scott is nominated as Best Lead Actor in a Drama Series, giving him his debut at this award ceremony. But we'll get into more detail about that star in a bit. Other nominees include Stiller as Best Director for the season finale, The We Are. Turturro and Walken both raised the show's chances to win Best Supporting Actor in a Drama. Unfortunately, Lauer wasn't acknowledged in any of the categories, but her co-star Arquette is nominated for Best Supporting Actress in a Drama. Stiller surprised us all with his extraordinary filmmaking, where he directed 6 out of 9 episodes of the season. Nothing against McCardle, but you just knew when the episode was shot by the Zoolander actor. Without a doubt, the performances by the entire cast are just phenomenal. Some breakout stars, like Tramell Tillman, earned a bit of fame after playing Mr. Milchick, the stern supervisor of Lumon. But there must be something about the Parks and Recreation actor that got him the lead role. Let's see what the charm was. Now, what makes Adam Scott a nominee? The 49-year-old's filmography consists of a majority of comedies and sitcoms. Severance is the first time he's a lead in a drama series. He was more of a comedian throughout his career, but this was his time to shine. Scott is most famous for playing Ben Wyatt in Parks and Recreation. That had him booked for around 6 years. Sure, the sitcom was hilarious, but it also undermined what the Severance actor is capable of. This isn't the first time Stiller and Adam have worked together on something. Back in 2013, the two starred together in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which was also directed by Ben. So the Severance director knew what he was doing when casting his main lead in the show. And a good choice indeed. Scott was amazing throughout the season from start to finish. It's not easy playing 2 different personalities of the same person, especially when you have to switch back and forth in a single episode. Mark went through a lot of development, from being a loyal employee in the company to someone who's desperate for answers about his job and his personal life. Adam creates a perfect balance between the two polar opposites. His performance in the premiere, Good News About Hell, was submitted for Best Actor consideration. Now, if he wins this, he'll be the first man to do so from a premiere episode since Rami Malek in Mr. Robot. But who is he up against in the category? Let's dive into that. And let's look at the other nominees for Best Actor. TV shows are getting better and better with all these new streaming platforms like Apple TV TV, Hulu, and HBO Max. Severance is just one among the many greats in this line of business. The best actor in a drama series is packed with some big names from big shows. Both Brian Cox and Jeremy Strong are nominated for their roles in Succession as father and son, Kendall and Logan Roy. And may I just add that the writing of that show is just out of this world. We also have Jason Bateman of Ozark that recently wrapped up with its series finale. Another actor known for his comedy roles, giving a serious and phenomenal performance. Is hiring comedians to be more grounded and dramatic the new trend? If it is, then I'm not complaining one bit. Better Call Saul also ended recently, and as expected, Bob Odenkirk as Saul Goodman has not gone unnoticed. Seriously, that show is crafted flawlessly and really gives Saul the perfect backstory. Lastly, Lee Jung-jae from Squid Game, the Netflix hit that broke the internet, will also be Adam Scott's competition for the Emmy. The names sound very intimidating, but we honestly believe Scott is on par with the rest of the candidates. Plus, acknowledgement is good for him and the show. He's been cast in Madam Web, Sony's next Marvel project, set to release in 2023. Before heading to other news, what does the future of the show and Adam's career look like? Like I said, getting acknowledged is a very good thing in the industry. The nominations mean more views and unarguably higher ratings for the show, making the second season even more anticipated, but just as much pressure on the writers. Scott will finally earn the recognition he rightfully deserves in his acting career. He may be hitting 50 soon, but it's never too late to have a big name in Hollywood. In an interview, the actor and producer described Severance as the sort of role he's been waiting his whole career for. This will also help in making future decisions regarding future projects. Recognition and fame will hit you with a reality check in no time, along with a much fatter check in your bank account. But the flattery didn't let Scott dismiss the rest of the cast and crew of the show. We just know what his thank you speech will be like, because in a Zoom interview with Forbes, he gave a whole list of people from the team he was appreciating for the Emmy nominations. Heading towards other news. Starting off with updates on the other hit show, Barry. Speaking of anxiety-inducing TV shows, can we please talk about Barry? That third season is still lingering in our minds, even though it's been a few months since it aired. So what does season 4 have in store for us? Well, director and Emmy-nominated lead actor Bill Hader talked about how we've just now delved into Hank, Sally, and Kusanow's characters. Clearly, these three are capable of giving even more intense and thrilling storylines. The plot can go anywhere, especially with how things were left off last time. Also, tennis and Severance colliding. Just before the US Open, famous tennis player Rafael Nadal posted a picture on Instagram where he's having dinner with friends and family. Who else is sitting at that table? Oh, none other than Ben Stiller. Ben said his relationship with Rafa began when they played tennis together at Madison Square Garden along with Juan Martín del Potro. He joked about how he was getting schooled by the two players, and it was one of the most embarrassing things that has ever happened to him. From then on, the Severance director has been practicing on the court and established a pretty good friendship with the 22-time Grand Slam winner, wrapping it up with the possibility of a Severance novel. John Turturro and Christopher Walken portray a beautiful yet lost relationship between Irving and Bert in the show. It was during shooting where the two grew really close together, which helped the chemistry on screen be easier to pull off. The show's romance and the behind-the-scene bromance felt so genuine and real that Turturro wanted to write a book on it called Talkin' and Walkin'. The novel would have stories about the characters' relationship rather than the job they did. But Walken urged his co-star to not do anything as such because it would contain gossip about other people who would probably be offended. The story of the two lovebirds is yet to be explored in the next season of the show, and we grow impatient by each passing day. And that's all for this video. What are your Emmy predictions for this season? Let us know in the comments below. Hope we're all rooting for the Severance team. As always, leave a like and hit that subscribe button to see more of our content. See you in the next one.